I want you to imagine a scenario for a second. You're walking down the street on a cold autumn night. The wind is subtle but brisk. The moon is hiding behind the thick clouds, barely casting any light. The only thing on your mind is your warm and cozy bed after a long day of work. Suddenly, you hear another set of footsteps behind you. Unsettling, sure, but maybe they're just like you, longing for home. You proceed forward with that notion until you hear the hammer of a gun cock. You freeze. Hey, let's make this nice and easy. Take your wallet out. You're being mugged. As cool as the night air, you reach for your pocket and grab your wallet, allowing the perpetrator to snatch your belongings. See, that wasn't hard at all. You let out a hesitant breath. As long as you can make it out of this, things will be better tomorrow. I hate that I have to do this part to you too. Looks like there's no bed for you tonight. You close your eyes, waiting for the thief to carry out his final fiendish act, and then nothing. You wait and wait, but still nothing. You slowly turn around to find the criminal strung up, your wallet placed neatly down on the sidewalk beside a note that reads, "Be safe." You let out a loud sigh of relief. You put the note alongside the wallet back into your pocket as you walk back down the street, away from the sounds of police sirens and towards the safety and comfort of your home. Your bed awaits you. You've just been rescued from a terrible fate. Who rescued you and why? Does it matter? This faceless and nameless individual has saved you from the actions of a person that meant you harm. Not to be recognized, not to be thanked, but because that was the right thing to do. You were saved by a hero, a superhero. But what is a superhero? A superhero is defined simply as a fictional character that possesses superhuman abilities or powers that separate them from regular, everyday people. Superheroes are often written and portrayed to be larger-than-life figures who selflessly help the people around them in multiple situations, whether it's something as minor as getting a cat out of a tree, or something as major as protecting the Earth from an alien invasion. But where did they come from, and for what reason are they written? The first true superhero to appear in comic book fashion was Superman, all the way back in 1938. Debuting in Action Comics #1, an anthology full of stories including many other characters, Superman stood out and shined among his compatriots. His strip proved to be so popular, he got his own official comic just a year later in 1939, Superman #1. This was unheard of at the time, and marked the first time a character was featured in a standalone comic. This was the beginning of a new era, a marvelous era where many authors and artists would scramble to create the next big thing, leading to multiple comics and invading all other forms of media such as TV shows, movies, and video games. Everyone was loving the superhero phenomenon. But why? Why did they like superheroes? Why did people prefer Superman over the other characters? Why do people care even now? They care because he stood for something. Superman and most characters that followed after represented something more than just a powerful individual, something more than crazy superpowers, and more than just being really cool. They stand for your morals. They stand for your emotions. They stand for human nature. They stand for us. Throughout the history of mankind, people have often used stories as a way to entertain and get messages across. From classic literature and plays to folk tales and urban legends, all of these stories have the purpose of informing the audience of an idea of something. Some stories are only stories solely for the purpose of entertainment, but many are accompanied by themes that aim to teach the listener or reader a lesson they should always carry with them. This is the major idea behind superheroes. Superman is great for a lot of reasons. He has super strength, he can fly, and he's indestructible. But that isn't what makes him a great character. What makes him a great character is because of what he tells the audience. He swoops in and saves the day countless times. He never does it for thanks. He never does it for money, only because he believes that it is the right thing to do. One of my favorite Superman comics ever is Superman Man of Tomorrow 12. Spoilers for anyone interested in reading it. It's a great comic. I think you should check it out. In Superman Man of Tomorrow 12, Lois Lane wants to create an article depicting what happens on Superman's day off, and elsewhere at the same time, we see Superman talking to Atlas, the titan that holds the world on his shoulders as punishment by Zeus. Superman gives Atlas a break at his duty by offering to hold the world in his stead. Atlas says that he first viewed the punishment as a challenge by Zeus, one which he lost. Superman wonders how heavy the world is, in which Atlas tells him that it is whatever Superman can bear, with more added on. Atlas leaves, and then we are shown Lois flying over Metropolis, looking to cover what stories unfold on Superman's off day. We see Superman holding the world on his shoulder, while being shown the various good deeds being done by countless individuals in place of Superman. We see a boy rescue a cat from a tree for an old lady. We see Supergirl save people from a burning building. Black Canary keeps a museum from being destroyed, and Flash stops a bank robbery. Lois finishes her article depicting all the stories of people influenced by Superman's heroic nature stepping up in his absence. Atlas returns to Superman to thank him for taking care of his duty, which allowed Atlas to attend his daughter's wedding and walk her down the aisle. Atlas then says that Superman is probably the only other person to know what it means to carry the weight of the world on their shoulders. The next morning, a kid reads the newspaper and wishes that he could be a hero too, to which Clark Kent appears and tells him that anyone can be a hero just by helping others. To me, this story fully encapsulates what it means to be a hero. You don't need to be Superman. You just have to be willing to help. You just need to be kind, willing to listen to others, and willing to offer what you can to assist your fellow man. That is what these characters stand for. That is why people love them. Now, after listening to me talk about Superman so heavily, it would be easy to say that he was my favorite character. I hate to break it to you, but he's not. Actually, I don't even think he's in my top 5. But I will tell you who my number 1 favorite character is, without a doubt. Spider-Man. Spider-Man has been my most beloved hero since I learned what a character even was. There isn't a Spider-Man movie I wouldn't watch, not a video game I wouldn't play, not a comic I wouldn't read. Okay, maybe there are some comics I wouldn't read. The point is, I love Spider-Man. Why, you might ask? Because Spider-Man is me. I am him. The reason I love Spider-Man as much as I do is simply because how much I relate to him as a character. Now, I don't have super strength, nor can I swing from building to building. But at the end of the day, I am a man who's just trying his best. Spider-Man, or rather, Peter Parker, at his core, is your average broke man, trying to find a way in this cold and unforgiving world. He has loved ones that he is constantly worrying about and is often seen putting their well-being over his. Peter is an extremely relatable character, from the time where he was picked on in school to the times where he often struggles with his mental health and is unsure how to walk through life. Spider-Man is many things, but above all, to me, he is hope. He has many instances where life is doing its best to hold him down, to defeat him. He has faced incredible personal odds, and there have been many times where giving up is the easiest choice that he can make. But he never does. He never gives up. He wavers. At times, he wavers, but never gives up. That is why I love him. He is the embodiment of hope. Spider-Man is also known to be the favorite character of the beloved late Stan Lee. One of the reasons is simply in his design. He wears a mask and a full bodysuit. We, as an audience, know that it's Peter Parker under there. But the point of Spider-Man is that anyone can be Spider-Man. Anyone is capable of wearing that mantle. Anyone is capable of helping others indiscriminately. Anyone can choose to not give up in tough situations. Anyone can be hope. That is why Spider-Man is me, and I am Spider-Man. You can be Spider-Man. We all can be Spider-Man. Superheroes have been loved by many individuals for a long time, all for very many reasons. But just as much as there are people that love these characters, there are many that don't see the appeal. There are many who think that it's all some weird obsession by nerds and geeks that live in their parents' basements. As time goes on and more media is made of these characters, these negative stereotypes are being broken down every day. Superhero stories have transcended from niche comic collections to mass media spectacles. Millions flock to the theaters to see new installments of movies. Many more line up to play the latest games. People are always waiting and anticipating the countless stories that have yet to be told. I am happy that more people are being exposed to this wonderful world and have a chance to experience the same feelings that I felt all those years ago. I hope that as time goes on, more people get to learn the beauty of these stories and characters and are able to appreciate the same things that many of us already do. There are many things that these characters can teach us, not only as individuals, but as people. So the next time you see an elderly individual struggling to carry their bags, or a small child that has lost their toy at the park, I want you to stop and think, what would a superhero do? Thank you. If you enjoyed the video or you want to share your own thoughts, please leave a comment. I read them all and I would love to hear what you guys have to say. I had a fantastic time making this video and getting to share my own thoughts with you. If you want to see more of this content, or if you want to see my other videos, please consider subscribing. It means a whole lot to me. Thank you all once again for your time, and I'll see you again.